Good day, YouTube. It is the 29th of February, 2024. And this is my L110 John Deere lawn tractor. Just uploaded a video a bit ago on the complete rebuild of the deck. It was, trashed. It had the lift support areas completely pulled out of the deck. We completely rebuilt it, put all new components in it. Good as new. Well, it's been repainted, sort of, and it will function as new. It just doesn't have that showroom appeal. But the rest of the machine needs to get cleaned up and made a little more presentable, and so we can market this thing for sale. I did open up the hood, reach inside, and pop the lens out. And to do that, there are these tabs on the inside. And all you got to do is go in and push on those tabs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and get the lens out, okay? Because we got to clean that lens up. The headlight areas are completely dirty. And then if you watch my channel, you know we always put LED bulbs in there. In fact, I think that bulb is busted. So we'll put some LED headlight bulbs in. The finish on the hood is pretty faded, so we need to do a polish on that. We will buff that out. The wheels are very dirty and such, so we need to clean those up, make those a little more presentable. Those will clean up pretty good. Rear wheels are in better shape. They'll clean up pretty good. We'll put some Armor All on the tires. I think they all got tubes in them. They haven't required air, so that's a good thing. They got plenty of tread on them, so they've still got a few years of use left in them. This little rubber cap is missing. The front rubber caps are very discolored, and I have some new ones, so we'll put those on. We'll get it all greased up. We got to grease the brand new spindles and grease the front axle up and such. And then I think this thing's going to be pretty ready. If it looks good, I may go on and order new decals for the hood. I think that's important. I think the dash area all looks good. May change the key out to one that's a little nicer shape or something. But I think the real work's going to be these rust areas on the floor. So let me get a scraper. Let's just see how far that has really gone. I think there's going to be a spot over here where the rust is bubbling up. Usually you get a bunch on the floorboards, but this isn't too bad. Got a little ding right there. We might pull that out. No big deal. And then we got an area on the back where we got some rust showing. So let's start off with that, because we're going to have to treat the rust. I've left the rust sergeant out. This is the stuff we use to treat the rust. It's a rust converter. There's many rust converters on the market. Use the one you're used to using and happy with. I'm used to using that and very happy with it. So let me get a scraper out. Let's start scraping on this rust, and we'll hit it with a wire brush. We'll wipe it down. We'll rust convert it. We'll let that dry for an hour while we're working on other things. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. This doesn't look too bad back here. Going to do the same with what's on the floor. Okay. Let's get a wire brush out. All right. There you go. It's kind of the program. I'm going to hit them all like that. Here we go. All right, put just a little bit of Rust Sergeant in this little cup. I mean, it's like right there. 8 3/16 in the bottom. And there'll still be a lot left over. Stuff goes a long ways. Got the consistency of milk. It smells like Elmer's glue. Okay. This stuff's good on rust. Doesn't do so well on paint. So just treat the rusted areas and leave the paint alone. Okay. So I wiped this all down with acetone. Let it kind of evaporate for a little bit. Get all the loose particles, rust, grease, dirt, whatever. Okay. I'm going to do this hitch. All right, let's do the deck. The deck, the body, the whatever. Already did the deck. This will turn the metal black, and then you can paint right over it. Okay, let's let that dry for a while. Let me get some spray cleaner and clean inside those headlight areas, and then we'll clean up the lens, put it back on, and we'll polish out the hood. Here we go. All right, all right, I have cleaned the headlight areas. Nice and clean. And I had some really strange LED bulbs I just thought I'd use up on this machine. They're only forward facing LEDs. It's kind of a stubby bulb, but they work good. So I'm putting those in here, just trying to use up some stuff on the shelf I wouldn't use for anything else. So this is a good opportunity to use it. And we need to clean up this lens, mostly more dirty on the inside probably than the out. So I'm going to use a Totally Awesome cleaner. We'll take it outside in the rain and the wintry mix that we're having and get this cleaned up. We'll bring it back in and we'll polish it. Okay, we'll put it on and then we'll proceed with cleaning up that hood. Here we go. All right, we got that cleaned up. We polished it up. It could be a lot better. It's still pretty hazy, but it's good enough. Good enough. We will reinsert it. It's not going on. Uh-oh. Gotta put that back on from the inside. Clip isn't working. Yeah, I'll fiddle with it. All right, what else? I got this all painted with the rattle can of John Deere green. Got it covered anyway. We'll pull this tape out of here. It's good enough for what it's for. Make it look a little better. And protect it a little bit for its next life. All right, now we're gonna polish out this hood. I got a place to be. I gotta take one of the dogs to the vet today, so I'll start polishing on this head. We're gonna let the lift down so we can get at it, and we'll make this thing look better. Here we go. We have fast forwarded to Friday. It's March 1st, I think. It snowed this morning, for Pete's sake, and we're cleaning up the wheels before we get to the rest of this thing. So went out, grabbed some new centers. I'm gonna leave that one because it's pretty good. The other ones were pretty yucky, so we're replacing them. Armoralled up the tires. They're kind of old, but they got tubes in them, so they'll be good. We can typically just slip these rubber caps on, but I still got the heat gun out if we need to warm them up. On a warm day, they'll go right on. Got to do this one-handed. Come on. Come on. There we go. See there? Right. Heat gun is standing by. One more to go. One more to go there. Looks so much nicer with pretty center caps on. All right, so we're going to get after this body. Let me figure out how I want to do it. The paint is dry. It's a little rough, but it's not rusty anymore, right? Okay. Let me gather up some stuff. We'll lower the tractor down. We can work on it a little bit and go from there. Here we go. All right, the last polish the hood video I did was with a buffer, so we'll do this one old-fashioned way by hand. So we use just a dollar store sponge and then kind of wet it down with some water and some inexpensive polishing compound. Experiment with whatever you got sitting around. This is kind of what I got sitting around. Rubbing compound probably good depending on how bad the finish is. Remember, we're working on a lawn tractor here, not your clear coated Chevy SS Camaro sitting in the driveway or something, right? So completely different. Again, we wetted the sponge down. It makes this a lot easier to deal with. And we're going to polish this. I'll do from the back side. I don't block everything. Wax on, wax off, grasshopper. Now it's pretty, the finish is really bad. Okay. You could wet sand this. Start off with like 1,000 grit and then go 2,000 grit, maybe 3,000 grit, and you could polish this thing. You could make it beautiful. If it's worth your time. But if you were going to sell this machine like I'm going to do, we really only want to spend about 20 minutes on it. All right, let's see what that looks like. We're gonna let this haze over or dry for 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll wipe it off with a microfiber towel, and we'll see how good it looks, or if we gotta continue to polish this thing out a little bit more. All right, spin a few. See what comes off. See what it looks like. We got a long way to go. Not real good. I mean, it's better, but well, let's try one more application of the polishing compound and see what we get. This is probably a better candidate for a wet sand and polish and get the heavy artillery out and such, because it's not really cleaning up like really nice. I'm going to use this scouring pad. There's a little something here. Probably just making it worse. Like tree sap or something. So where this polish and stuff's really made for paint, you know, we're just on plastic here. There's no paint here. I'm just going to try to take this off. Well, I'll bring in and show you what this has done. I'd like it to look better than that. To look better, we're probably gonna get the heavy machinery out. I mean, it has a little bit of gloss to it, but it's not that good. Okay, let me contemplate the procedure going forward. All right, we're going to do the buffer thing, because we're not going to achieve a very good polish by hand. We gave it a shot, though. We gave it a shot. Now here we go. We're just using some whatever I got at a yard sale from in a 1980s metal can. Who knows? quick and I'll show you what we got. Much better. So this is kind of what we started with. And then that's what we end with. What do you think? Nice reflection of the winders. So I did try to do it by hand just so I could show you that it could be done. And I guess it could, but you're going to spend a lot of time doing it by hand. I just had some whatever kind of polish that I got at some yard sale somewhere. You could do this, you know, with the whole wet sand process with some really good buffing products, you know, like you could pick up at the auto parts store, Harbor Freight or whatever, some good McGuire's stuff. I'm not sponsored, but they make good products. And you could make this thing showroom, but we're not shooting for that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish polishing this thing out with the buffer, and then I'll show you what we got. Looks like I'm going to have to order some decals for this, huh? Oh, yeah. Well, just because it's old doesn't mean it has to look old, right? Right. What do you think? Still got the rest of the tractor to detail, but she's starting to look like something you wouldn't mind owning. Except for that stupid seat. Why are seats so expensive? Why can't they make decent seat cover or a new upholstery kit or something? Huh? Oh, I didn't wipe this side down, did I? Alright, guys. We'll try to finish this thing up maybe tomorrow between all my other interruptions. But she's looking marvelous. Very marvelous. See you tomorrow. Alright, boys and girls, it is the next day. It's probably 2:30 in the afternoon, something like that. And this thing is ready. It's done. D-U-N. Poke it with a fork. It's ready to roll. I think I'll just give you a quick tour around. And we'll fire it up. We'll engage the blades. It's cold outside. It's been snowing on and off. It was snowing really good at 5 o'clock this morning. I was up, everything was white outside. My dog wanted to go out and check it out like twice in the middle of the night. She did. But anyway, so just been kind of fiddling around. Got this thing knocked out. And we'll get some pictures and get it listed for sale. Because as soon as the sun starts shining, you know, people realize that their mowers don't work, or they killed them last year, still sitting in the field, and they need something. And then they go down to the Home Depots and Lowe's and such and realize just how expensive these things are, and then they jump on the internet and they call me. So that's how it works. So let's fire it up. Let's engage the blades, and then shut it down so I don't pollute my inside well-heated space, because I want to hang out in here the rest of the day. All right, let me open the door though real quick. Okay, here we go. Fire in the hole. Let's see, you gotta remember where the clutch is. Chokage. Is this the clutch? She's a winner, guys. She sounds good, she runs good, the blades run good, smooth and quiet. This thing is ready for the grass to grow. Guys, I appreciate you watching the video. You've seen the transition of this machine from something that maybe should get thrown away to something that looks good and is reliable, runs well, is ready to mow, and will last for years. Guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate the comments. Remember, I check comments every single morning. I sit down to breakfast and answer comments. You want to chat about this machine, any other video, or just want to tell me what you're working on, I will read your comments for sure tomorrow morning. Right on? All right, give me a thumbs up on the way out, please. We'll see you on the next video.